Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Doing Research. So, the last time we talked about how to just do a general Google search to try to find information for our paper. This time, we're going to talk specifically about using Google Scholar. So, Google Scholar is a place that Google has created that contains only academic or educational articles specifically designed for research. So you're not searching the entire internet, which can be anybody's website. You're searching only those sort of scholarly or academic articles. So I'm going to show you two different ways that you can get to Google Scholar. One is by when you're up in the top and you're going to type in Scholar, and see mine pops up. So it says scholar.google.com. Okay. In India, it might say scholar.google.co.in, which means the country is India. So Google has adapted its different searches for different countries. So if you want articles that are sort of might be more focused on India, you would want to use that site that will pop up automatically, or you can type in scholar.google.com. When you hit enter, it will take you to another page in which it says Google Scholar. So instead of just saying Google, it says Google Scholar. So what you want to do here is just like a normal search, like you would search Google. So I'm going to start, I'm going to go back and show you the other way to get there first. So the other way to get there is, remember when we just in our regular Google search typed climate change in coral reef bleaching? The first entry that popped up is called Scholarly Articles for Climate Change and Coral Reef Bleaching. If we click on that, and I will, it will take us directly to Google Scholar, and I'll show you. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me to the same place that we just were. Okay, but it's taking me to the articles because I've already done a search and I clicked on scholarly articles. So it's taking me to the articles. Now I'm going to show you how to get to that same place here. So in Google Scholar, you're going to type climate change. And of course, because I've done this search before, it pops up. But look at all these other different options that pop up. Climate change in coral reef bleaching, climate change, climatology, climate change adaptation, climate change effects. So lots of other things are going to pop up. So I'm going to, of course, click climate change and coral reef bleaching. It's going to bring up that same list of articles that came up on this page. So if we look at this, it starts with climate change and coral reef bleaching. If I click on this, it's exactly the same page. Okay. So these are academic articles written by universities, written by professors, written by graduate students on these different topics. So these have already been, and I used that term vetted last time. Vetted means that somebody important, somebody knowledgeable has looked at them and made sure that they're okay. So there's a lot of articles here. So there's about 33,000 articles here. So of course you can't read all those articles. How are we going to narrow it down? Again, the important thing to do is find the most recent articles on the topic if you can. Okay, so if you look here, it says 2008. Well, is 2008 very right here, 2008. 2008 is not very relevant. 2003, not very relevant. 2009, okay, these are 11 years ago. So how do we make this, how do we get this to be a more relevant article? Over here on this side, you can use these tools to select different dates. So if we want everything since, say, 2020, we can click on that and it's searching. And it's going to bring up articles that were only written in 2020. So if you look here, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020. You could go back a little bit further. You could go to 2019, or you could even go to 2016. That's only 4 years ago. So if you're not really finding what you need with the most recent date, you can go back. What I want to show you on this side, and I'm just going to shut my video for a minute. You can click on the article, of course, and it will either take you to a website, but it usually takes you to an actual something that looks like a magazine article. You can also click on, so see where it says PDF here, right? PDF. If you click on that, it will take you to the article. And it's going to pull up a PDF, and that will pull up on your phone. And here is the PDF version of that article. It's a lot of words, so I'll just warn you that some of these might look overwhelming, but that's because they're written for academic use. And the best thing to do once you have an article up and you're looking at it is most of them will have what's called an abstract. And the abstract is basically like a summary of what the article is about. So if you read the abstract first, you can say, yeah, I think this article may have interesting information. Or you might say, this is way over my head, or it's not on topic, or whatever, and go back out. Then you just click back out, go backwards, and you come back to Google Scholar again, to the articles. We can also, if I click back here like this, if I just want to do coral reef bleaching, I can click on that as a search option, and it's going to bring up some different articles. Again, I've got since 2020. I could click on since 2019. It's going to update that. So this is basically Google Scholar. Similar kind of features as a regular Google search, but it's more focused. So this is a kind of database, and I'm going to explain databases in the next video. So play around with this a little bit. Practice typing in, Google Scholar and getting that Google Scholar on your screen, doing some searches. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about databases and how to use databases for your research in the next video. Okay.